Good morning everyone, I am Adil. Temperatures are too extreme in Hyderabad. Do you see the same kind of temperatures found in the different parts of our country? No, it is all because of its relief features. Yes, today's our topic is relief features of India. What is the meaning of relief? Relief in terms of social means elevation. Elevation of the land above the sea level. Elevation increases, temperature decreases. Let us discuss taking the example of plains, plateaus and mountains. Plains have very low elevation but temperature seems to be extreme. Elevation increases in plateau regions, temperatures falls down. So in plateau regions, temperatures seems to be found quite moderate compared to plains. Elevation increases in mountains where temperatures completely falls down. We can see most part of the year in mountainous regions covered with frozen. That is all because of the relief features. So now we have learned that based on the relief, temperatures depends on. Based on the temperature, climatical condition of that particular region finds. Okay, so that is what relief means elevation. Based on the elevation, temperature increases or decreases. Based on that, the climatical condition of that particular region depends on. If temperature increases, rainfall increases. If rainfall increases, we can see wonderful water resources. Yes, these are the two determinants of relief. Based on the relief, the particular region receives more temperature or less temperature based on which climatical condition of that particular region found. Based on that, water resources are found. Based on the climatical conditions and resources, the population residing in that place depends on. These three are the determinants of the relief of that particular region. Why we have to talk about climate, water resources and population? Because these are the three subsequent topics that you are going to learn in your social textbook. Right. Now let us discuss about the relief features of two different places. As we have already discussed about Telangana. Telangana situated on Deccan Plateau. As we have just before discussed, in plateau regions, temperatures found moderate. Now when you compare with Telangana region, coastal Andhra Pradesh situated in plains, the temperatures are very high. See, here the temperatures are moderate because of plateau. Here temperatures are very high because of plains. Yes, in coastal region, if you go to coastal Andhra, there you can see the temperatures are falling down, maybe because of the sea breezes received from Bay of Bengal. But the temperatures received in coastal Andhra seems to be very high compared to Telangana. Okay, so like that, now we have discussed two important physical features, differences of the relief and because of the elevation. The climatical conditions are different both in plateau region and plains. Like that, we have more 4 relief features in India. Before discussing about the relief features of India, let us have a look on the location of our country on a world map. So here I have a world map. If you can just see, India is situated over here, which is an yellow colored one. Okay, and you can see some horizontal lines and vertical lines. Horizontal lines are latitudes and vertical lines are longitudes. These longitudes and latitudes will help to locate a place on world map. Okay, so as you people have learned in grade 9 that India is situated above the equator, that means it is situated in the northern hemisphere, and India is situated towards the eastern side of Greenwich meridian, that means India is situated in the eastern hemisphere. That means overall India is situated in northeastern hemisphere on world map. And when you just check, India is situated between two longitudes and these two latitudes, grid area which is almost found around 30 longitudinal extent. 68 degrees 7 minutes east, 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitudes. Okay, and it is situated between two latitudes. One is 8 degrees 4 minutes northern latitude and 37 degrees 6 minutes northern latitude. When I am saying about the latitudes which are very close to the equator, which shows that the temperature receiving in India is very high. If temperature is very high, good rainfall. If good rainfall, good vegetation. So because of this geographical location of India, India have wonderful varieties of vegetation. Wonderful varieties of vegetation means variety of species of flora is found in India. Flora means plant life. And not only plant life, we can see even variety species of fauna. That means animal life. So overall, India location and its geographical location have gifted India with wonderful variety of vegetation. Okay, so that is about the latitudes. Latitudes says about the tropical condition of India. Now what about the longitudes? Longitudes are helpful in calculating time. Yes. So I have already said what is the total longitudinal extension where India is situated. It is approximately 30. And longitudes helps in calculation of time. Every longitude, if you just draw the 30 longitudes on this map, from one longitude to another longitude, the time duration takes 4 minutes. Okay, that means from extreme eastern part of India to the extreme western part of India, if you calculate, there will be around 2 hours of time duration. As it is given even in your textbook, what is the time duration or what is the time difference found between Ahmedabad which is situated in Gujarat, and the time duration from Ahmedabad to Imphal. Imphal is the capital of Manipur. And in that way, if you just calculate how many longitudes, okay, between Ahmedabad and Imphal, and you have to multiply with 4, which decides or which says that what is the time duration between Ahmedabad and Imphal. All of you would try this. What is the time duration or what is the time differences you can find between Ahmedabad and Imphal. Okay, but every time we cannot keep on calculating the time. What is the time in Delhi and what is the time in Hyderabad, what is time in Gujarat. It is very tough calculating time like that. So better what we do is there should be a standard time throughout the country. So what we have done, we have drawn a imaginary line between the complete 30 longitudinal extension, just middle of that. Are you seeing? This is the line which is been drawn absolutely middle of the country, because here 15 longitudes and that side 15 longitudes of extension. And if we calculate the time based on this middle line which is passing through India, which is falling on 82 degrees 30 minutes longitude. If you calculate the time based on 82 degrees 30 minutes longitude, that time can be considered as the time for whole the country, which is called as Indian Standard Time. I think these all you people have learned in your grade 9, and I hope you remember this all. To avoid the time differences calculation from one place to another place of the country, to make it a common time for whole the country, we all consider the time based on 82 degrees 30 minutes longitude, which is called as Indian Standard Time, IST. Indian Standard Time is ahead compared to Greenwich Meridian, which is situated in London. This is 0 degrees longitude. Okay, when you calculate the time difference between Indian Standard Time and Greenwich Meridian Time, why Indian Standard Time seems to be ahead? Because sun rises from east. India situated in the east, so India will be receiving the first sunrise compared to Greenwich Meridian Time. So we are 5.5 hours ahead compared to Greenwich Meridian Time. Now, did you understand what is the location of our country on world map? What is the importance of having the location with wonderful latitudinal location is giving variety of vegetation, and whatever the longitudinal extension we have, which is giving us a Indian Standard Time by drawing the middle of this longitude, the common time for whole the country, and this longitudinal extension is making our Indian Standard Time ahead compared to Greenwich Meridian Time. Okay, so this is all about the introduction part of our lesson, and we could also discuss one of the important concepts from this topic. So overall this topic is very, very important, and the key concepts from this lesson are location, which we have already learned about that, then geological background and major relief divisions. Okay, so in the next class we are going to discuss about geological background of our country and what are the major relief divisions. Do you remember the relief divisions? We have already discussed about the plateau region and the coastal plains. Like that, we have more 4 relief divisions. So total major relief divisions can be categorized into 6. The first one is Himalayas, okay, Indo-Gangetic Plain, Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau is nothing but Deccan Plateau. Okay, Deccan Plateau, which is situated in the south part of India, where it is located in the peninsular part. Peninsula means what? A landmass which is covered with 3 sides of water body. So Deccan Plateau is nothing but it is considered as the peninsular plateau. Thar Desert, which is situated in Rajasthan, and coastal plains as well. Islands. Coastal plains also we have discussed, right? We have discussed taking example of coastal Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so already we have discussed about the peninsular plateau taking as an example and coastal plains, and other than these two, the next 4 divisions are Himalayas, Indo-Gangetic Plain, Thar Desert and islands. All these 6 are the major relief divisions, and each and every relief division have their own importance of climatical conditions. They are quite different from on basis of the vegetation from one relief form to the another relief form. They have the different lifestyle of living, they have the different possibility of water resources, and they do have the different possibility of density of population. So this is what we are going to discuss in the next class. One is geological background and the another one is major relief divisions. Thank you for the day.